Good morning. It is this end of week 2 with this Escape E13.
Yep.
And we weren't sure how we were going to survive in this, but we're surviving pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything you need for the most part, and then we're at a campground for the stuff that we don't have.
This is interesting because we actually moved sites, and we'll show you that. We're still in the rainforest. It's still the same campground, but we extended our stay just a little bit here. And this site does not have any hookups, and I think it's actually, okay, we don't have a beach view, but I think it's prettier.
Yeah.
So we don't have any neighbors to our left here, but this is us, and as you come in, it's actually a kind of a deeper but more narrow site. And there's Ellie. We've got a little table here. Actually, the crows, really smart little guys. They've been trying to get food out of us for quite some time.
It seems like they're doing that with everybody.
Yeah, and they do like to hang out in the trees, which, speaking of trees, look at these beautiful old growth trees in this forest. Oh, Ellie looks so good in this setting.
Ellie matches the moss.
Sure does. Oh man. And we fit in here just perfectly here, of course, as one would expect. And then, yeah, no hookups, but that's all right. Now this one is a very lightweight unit. It was designed to be super lightweight. It's not as fancy. It's not like our E23. We've got all the bells and whistles. We've got the Victron multi-plus inverter. We've got charge controllers. We've got air conditioning, all that. This one's a little more stripped down.
Yep.
But let's take a look at where we have organized our stuff and how it's been working for us over the last 2 weeks, which we've been living in it.
Yeah. And this is something that people are really wondering is like, where did you put all your stuff? And it's actually not that hard.
It's not. We've also had to live in it the last couple of days. It had been pouring down rain, so we're just hanging out inside, and not so bad actually.
No, not at all.
Let's take a look. So as we come in, I actually really like this little step.
Yeah, I do.
It tucks away, and the white floor gets dirty.
It gets dirty. I mean,
it cleans up nice.
Also the nature that we've just been in a very muddy place for quite a few days now. So
yeah, and you can choose whatever flooring you want, which is really nice too.
Yeah, easy to clean though. So right in this compartment here, we have one of our crock bags, and it's just got all of our bathroom stuff in it.
Yep, and does that not match perfectly this shell? Look at that.
Yeah, and it just slides away out of sight, out of mind when you don't need it, and then you just pull it out when you do need it.
Yep, Colt has been kind of loving that bed actually.
Yeah, Colt loves it up here. This also turns into a table, which I did do when it was rainy. I made Colt go on the floor and I put the table up. It was really easy. Literally, you just take this leg, you pop it in the floor, you take the tabletop and you pop it on top. It literally just sits right on. So up here, you do have a tiny little cabinet. We just keep toilet paper and wipes for if we need to take it with us. Real quick out the door. We have our towels, the table leg, hats, a lot of storage we didn't even need up here, really.
Yeah.
In this corner, we have like our work bags, computer stuff like that, kind of just tucked away in the corner.
Camera gear, yep.
Along with the trash bag, just kind of sitting back there. Up here is like dry food storage. So like we have our potatoes, for example, and we had apples up here, which are gone now, but we had them. Kitchen, we have plenty of space in the fridge. This little fridge has more than enough space for everything you could ever need.
Even the freezer has actually been all right for those, for camp ice creams.
Yeah, and like we just go to the store a little bit more frequently than we would with our big fridge, but you just know that, like you just kind of plan for that.
This has worked out very well, and you know, so there's not a vent here, but there is the window right here. So cracking that, even when it's been rainy, and just turning this fan on, pulling all that steam out, that's been perfectly well.
Right. Under the sink, we have plates, pans, Tupperware, aluminum foil and parchment paper, paper towels, Ziploc bags, cups, and Clorox wipes. Like everything that you could need miscellaneous for the kitchen and dishes is in here. And then down in this cabinet down here is like our makeshift little pantry. It's got like our vitamins, our powders, our dry goods. We have a can of beans in here, stuff like that. Heavy stuff down low. Over here is our single drawer, which has all of our silverware and spices that we brought with us, utensils, things like that, just kind of in this drawer, easy to access.
That's been just enough.
Yeah, just enough. Obviously, we didn't bring all of our things, but we brought the stuff we would know we would need for 2 weeks. Down here, we actually just have our Wi-Fi router and the sink cover for here, and then laundry soap.
So yeah, you can see this edge right here, definitely gotten a little bit dirty. That's gonna happen on white, as you expect.
Just wipes right off.
It does. Look, I mean, it really cleans a lot. We have the textured wallpaper.
Yeah.
Does not clean nearly as nice as this, but I would say, if you're getting this, consider the green. I think that green would look so good in here, and then not look quite as dirty as easily.
Even the navy would look nice.
Oh, the navy would look really nice.
Yeah.
And it's such a small space with so many windows that it wouldn't look super dark.
And these vinyl walls stay white.
Yes.
So these don't change, so really it won't be too dark.
Right.
All of my clothes are up here. All of Joel's clothes are up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this one, we still didn't need all the space. We have like random tech stuff, paperwork, documents, Joel's retainer, things like that up here.
Ibuprofen, yeah.
Under the bed here, we do have our air fryer, dirty laundry, and the porta potty.
Which we've not used. We haven't needed to.
No, we have not needed to use it. So we just have left it under the bed, kind of not worried about it. And then I just pull the air fryer out when I need it. We just kind of shove dirty clothes to the side.
Yeah.
We don't really lift the bed up to get under there if we don't have to, because it's a little trickier with all like the pillows and stuff on the bed to get the bed to open up all the way.
Yeah, campground bathrooms really not nearly as bad as I thought they would be.
Right.
In regards to like overall kind of lounging space, obviously Colt has been loving this bed. We have used this to work on the computer, and Emma will fit a little bit more comfortably. My back starts to hurt after a while. I've been hanging out on the bed. I have noticed a little bit like I've been spoiled by the E23. I got a little bit more comfortable. I have more pillows as well, which probably helps there. But it's cozy when I'm under there. You kind of get a little bit like curved because you don't want to bunk your head, but surprisingly, it's been working out. And the outlet placement in this little trailer has been really good. So we've got enough power, especially like USBs still work just off the battery. When we're plugged in, everything will work like a regular trailer, and that has been awesome. But yeah, I gotta say, comfortability wise, size wise, it's tip to tail 13 feet, like not, the living space is much more. I'm surprised at how livable it is. And so this is definitely a trailer that you kind of want to live outside of, and obviously sleep and do your cooking, do your business here. But if it's a rainy day and you need to, you can definitely stay comfortable in here as well, pretty well. And I am just under 6 feet, so that's saying something, I think. So air conditioning hasn't really been much of an issue to me at all, especially in this climate. I will say the first evening it might have been nice. First afternoon it might have been nice. Maybe the second. But since we've been under these trees or at a campground, we've been fine. The fan has actually kept up pretty well. And the furnace has helped dry it out because it's been pouring some of these days that we've been out here. That was a lot.
Yeah. I think that like in most cases, unless you're in extreme heat for a very long period of time, open the windows, turn the fan on, you'll get enough airflow in there that it doesn't feel so bad. Right,
and so that's kind of how we lived, even down in Tennessee. I was kind of miserable in Tennessee, actually, is what we found, especially because of the humidity. But living off grid, we lived for about 6 years, I think, overall, with no air conditioning or anything like that. So pros and cons to everything. I will say, I think there's some obvious solutions. There's a lot of solutions if you want an AC. That's kind of the thing that I sort of nerd out about is solar and AC. I love being comfortable. I like the off-gridness. Yeah, being, we're back to sort of just no power, no full hookups or anything like that. Yeah, it's been fine. It's been nice to be out in nature and read a book and go sit on the beach, and it makes you want to be outside a little bit more. Absolutely. Yeah, it's been fun. But I will say, if you're ordering one, get that front tongue box. Yeah. This is all space that you can put whatever you want here, of course, but that front tongue box is nice and lightweight, but super durable. We love it. We put so much stuff in our 23. Oh yeah, we do. And I think like it just adds extra storage for like all the outside stuff, especially like hoses and things like that that you could want camping. Actually, I keep saying 23, it's a 24. So that's a funny little detail there. But anyways, yeah, we've been loving it so far, and we have to give it back in a few more days. Yeah, I gotta say, it's more storage by far than I expected. Yeah, especially like when you pack for camping and not for living, and you definitely have more space than you need. This unit in particular, I think the one thing, if I could add any accessory to this, if I could only add one, it would really be probably a power station. Yeah. A little power station and a little solar, deployable solar. Which would actually fit under the bed too. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane how much storage there is in here. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, I could just see this guy being pulled by like a Volkswagen Beetle. I just think that would be so funny. Like that would be cute. Yeah. It would be adorable. So I think this is going to continue to be a hit. And apparently they've been extremely popular little trailers since their inception. And the thing is, it's really cool that it's not afraid to get dirty. And you can see that we've got the tree sap and all that. it doesn't look bad dirty. It really fits in. I think it looks great. It does need a bath, but like, I'm not worried about scratches or anything like that. I'm not worried about taking it out into a rugged location like this. And we were sort of worried. We're like, hey, I don't want to scratch your trailer. And Escape's like, yeah, don't even worry about it. Like, just take it out, do what you got to do. Stress test it. They're super durable, and actually, as evidenced by what we put it through. So, no, I don't know that you could ask for much more in a tiny trailer like this. So.
Yeah, this is everything.
We got more to come. Stay tuned, guys. See you next video.
Bye, guys.